Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. It's not the best of mornings as Arsenal, according to sources, have pulled out of the Lisandro Martinez deal. Manchester United, according to Sky Sports, are in advanced talks with the player and Ajax, and the deal is going to be done very, very soon. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the fact that Arsenal could be losing Tielemans to Manchester United. Ben Jacobs has confirmed that there is no bid from Arsenal that was initiated to Leicester City. Man United are big admirers of the player, although the player still wants to join Arsenal Football Club. 3 transfer priorities, 3 transfer targets this week. Arsenal are losing all of them. What is exactly happening around these deals? That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And why are Arsenal losing all their transfer priorities? Are we actually chasing players we cannot sign, or are we chasing the wrong players that are not interested in playing for Arsenal Football Club? All that and more we're going to be discussing in this video. Hit the like button for me. Let's get the video to 800 likes. Subscribe to the podcast because this is where you will get the latest around Arsenal, done deals, deal clause, and everything. Whether Arsenal pulled out of the race, whether Arsenal have just entered the race to sign a certain player, this is the place, this is the channel that will be giving you authentic news and authentic information around the club. So make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into it. Let's start off with the Lisandro Martinez. Like I reported yesterday in the evening, Arsenal and Manchester United have been in a very, very tight race, and we were awaiting a final decision from Lisandro Martinez and Ajax. Now, what happened yesterday is the Arsenal sent in their third bid for Lisandro Martinez. Ajax did not turn it down, but they did not accept it either. So Ajax kept it, and they absolutely kept quiet. They were waiting for Manchester United to finish up the Frankie de Jong deal and also to finish up the Tyrell Malacia deal and come into negotiations with them. According to Sky Sports this morning, Man United are very, very confident they will get the Lisandro Martinez deal done. They're in the driving seat, and they believe by the end of this weekend, they will have Lisandro Martinez as their player. Also, according to a couple of sources, one being Sam Macbo from the, I think it's from the Daily Mail, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, from the Daily Mail, Sam Macbo. He says United have made an offer 34.5 million for Lisandro Martinez. Arsenal have already seen one offer of the similar value rejected. But Man United could inflate their proposal with add-ons. It is thought Ajax are holding out for a package in the region of 43 million pounds. Now, what I understand at the moment, lads, is that Arsenal have been always in the driving seat for this one. Arsenal tabled up to 40 million euros. Yesterday, it was reported that Arsenal even put in or sent in a bid close to 50 million euros, including add-ons. However, Ajax have not given us a response. They have not responded. Now, Man United sent in a bid yesterday. That bid will be rejected by Ajax. It is significantly very, very short of what they're looking for. They're looking for around 43 million pounds, and United have only sent in 34.5. So I think the feeling right now, and across all sources, is that Arsenal will not add on the money they have already sent to Ajax Football Club. And Manchester United, given the fact that they look at the player as a starter, they look at him as a priority, Man United will inflate, they will increase on their bid because they look at the player as a priority. I think the difference here for me, lads, and why Arsenal are unwilling to add more money for Lisandro Martinez, it's absolutely self-explanatory and it's a no-brainer. First and foremost, Arsenal do not look at Lisandro Martinez as a starter. They will bring him in to cover for Gabriel Magalhaes and also to cover for Kieran Tierney. But he's not coming in at Arsenal in a position where we do not have a player. We have a player who has played at left centre back, for 2 consecutive seasons, and he's actually done it very, very well. So Lisandro Martinez coming into Arsenal, and Arsenal's interest in the player is absolutely genuine, but known as a starter, and they do not want to splash another 50 million euros after splashing 50 million euros on Benjamin White. Benjamin White is a starter, and Lisandro Martinez definitely wouldn't be a starter at Arsenal. So it makes no sense for Arsenal to spend over 50 million on a backup player if we could spend that money better in other areas where we are desperate. Where we're desperate for numbers. Look at the right back position. Look at that midfield, the midfield positions, and also look at that forward line. We could add a lot of quality in those areas, and they're far too more demanding when it comes to bringing in a player. Pablo Mari will not return to Arsenal, but that really doesn't mean that Arsenal need a 50 million centre back to cover for Pablo Mari. So, in my opinion, Arsenal can definitely move on. According to the team news today, they've just said Arsenal have walked away. Arsenal are walking away from the Lisandro Martinez deal. Yes, it's harsh that we're losing him, and we're losing him to a rival. But like I said yesterday, it was always going to be Erik ten Hag's effect on Lisandro Martinez. I don't think Arsenal were ever going to win it without Lisandro Martinez knowing that the interest is coming in from his former manager, Erik ten Hag. He was never going to turn down a chance to play for Ten Hag once again. So Man United are driving the seat, in the driving seat for Lisandro Martinez. Arsenal apparently are not willing to enter a bidding war, and they will be walking away very, very comfortably. Fabrizio Romano is still reporting that Arsenal have no intention of giving up, which I think for me is absolutely ridiculous PR. When you say Arsenal not willing to walk away, it means Arsenal are willing to raise their offer. But Arsenal not willing to raise their offer means they're then willing to walk away. It's either Man United match the offer Arsenal have sent in, which they have already done. So United just need to add a few coins on top to get the deal done. So Arsenal walking away from the Lisandro Martinez deal. That is what I'm reporting this morning, unless things change. Now, in terms of losing players, in terms of losing transfer targets, I think Arsenal's strategy of waiting for Tielemans is not going to work. Currently, West Ham, Tottenham Hotspur, and Manchester United have all expressed interest in signing Tielemans. Arsenal have not sent in a bid for Tielemans. Tielemans wants to play for Arsenal. He has already agreed terms with the club. However, Arsenal have not tabled a bid. The thought about Tielemans was that Arsenal wanted to first complete the two priority deals, which seemed a little bit hard, complicated, and very, very difficult. That is Lisandro Martinez and Raphinha. By the end of the week, Arsenal have not signed even one of them. It's totally bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. I'm really, really broken, and I'm really, really disgusted by how we've ran the week. But I'm not really in shock when it comes to Lisandro Martinez and Raphinha. I'll talk to you about Raphinha at the end. But with Lisandro, like I said, it was always going to be, can Ajax pull out, can Ajax milk the most out of the situation? That was their strategy right from the beginning. Can we milk out the best out of the situation? And in my opinion, they absolutely just did. But with Tielemans, Arsenal want to send in a 25 million bid. Leicester City are holding out for around 35 million euros. What I do not understand here is why Arsenal do not send in a bid as soon as possible. This deal is not getting complicated in any way, shape, or form. What Arsenal need to do at the moment is agree a deal with Leicester City and get that deal out of the way. One, we've agreed personal terms with the player. We've agreed. We also have the agreement of the player to join us. What we've not agreed is the price with Leicester City. Leicester City are in a very difficult position. They do not want to lose the player on a free come next season. And they know this is the summer where they can get the most out of the player. So, in my opinion, Arsenal, after losing Lisandro and after losing Raphinha, you cannot now lose Yuri Tielemans. You cannot allow other teams to hijack the Yuri Tielemans deal. You can't allow that. You absolutely can't allow that. A player agreeing personal terms and a player agreeing to join you absolutely means nothing if you do not have the consent of the club. It means nothing. It means another club can come and agree a price ahead of you, just like Chelsea did with Raphinha, and they can agree personal terms with the player at any point in time. Absolutely, they can do that. So, in my opinion, Arsenal just need to work on Yuri Tielemans. It would be by far a very important signing for Arsenal than Lisandro Martinez. Probably even more important than Raphinha. Because when you look at that forward line, I think Arsenal have the minerals, players, and the legs and the talent to work on that forward line. But in the midfield, alongside Thomas Partey, there is none. There is no one. You need to upgrade on Granit Xhaka. Unless Arsenal are playing, the fooling game, they want to keep Xhaka for another season. But if you do not want that, and you're looking at these two deals complicated, being hijacked, and you feel like you've been a little bit beaten, run onto the Yuri Tielemans deal and get it done. As simple as that. There is nothing to do now. Complete your two priority targets in the summer, and then you can move on to. We can get another Lisandro Martinez. We can get another Raphinha. But since our two priorities this summer were always Yuri Tielemans, get it done right now. Give them 30 million euros and we walk out away. Erik ten Hag is reportedly a big admirer of the player. West Ham are interested, and Tottenham Hotspur have now turned their attention to Yuri Tielemans as well. So the faster Arsenal get this deal done, actually, it's a deal we could have done a little bit earlier, but like I said, I think Arsenal thought the more it drags on, the more Leicester City become softer, and they can now agree to sell the player at a reduced fee. But now with competition, now we're gonna have a bidding war. Arsenal hate bidding wars because we do not want to spend money unnecessarily. So with now a bidding war on our hands, we need to either do it faster or we will lose Yuri Tielemans as well. And finally, is Raphinha. It looks like Arsenal have now 100% totally lost the rest to Raphinha. Barcelona tabled in their 50 million euros plus 10 million euros, a 60 million euro deal, including add-ons. The bigger part of that money is going to be paid in installments. Leicester City are refusing to agree to that. But Arsenal, as it seems and it stands, Arsenal are out of the way for Raphinha. We are completely now hands down. So 3 deals that are priorities have been lost in 1 week. In my opinion, Arsenal cannot allow to do that. You can't allow to lose 3 deals, 3 priority deals. You can't allow to do that. Yes, Man United have done it. Barcelona and Chelsea could have taken Raphinha, but Yuri Tielemans, before anyone falls in real love with the player, we need to get that one done and dusted. That is my take this morning. More of your transfer updates coming your way, and more of your transfer content and content on the channel coming your way as well.